With the Xiaomi Mi 5X confined to the domestic Chinese market soon after launch, its double, the Mi A1, is called upon to boost the brand's global presence. Steered by Google, Android One is full of potential. Xiaomi is looking keen on getting its message across a wider audience and, of course, making some profit in the process with the Mi A1. Xiaomi Mi A1 360-degree spin. The Xiaomi Mi A1 is as big as the Mi 5X and pretty much comparable to the majority of the 5.5 inches out there. It measures 155.4 by 75.8 by 7.3 mm, which is 4 mm taller than the Redmi Note 4 but a bit thinner. It weighs as much as the Note 4 at 165 grams. Design. The Xiaomi Mi A1's design is both traditional and contemporary. The overall impression is indeed very familiar if you've seen and experienced the Mi 5X, Mi Max 2 and a bunch of Redmi Notes. We can't complain about the all-metal chassis, it is both premium looking and sturdy feeling. The 5.5-inch screen occupies most of the front and has a Corning Gorilla Glass for protection against scratches. The signature capacitive keys are below the display, featuring wide backlighting for the button labels. Device overview. The Mi A1 looks like a typical Xiaomi specimen, even if it doesn't run MIUI. You'll spot the usual arrangement above the screen, where the earpiece is flanked by a notification LED, a bunch of sensors and a selfie camera. The backlit capacitive keys, task switcher, home, and back, are below the 5.5-inch screen. The bottom of the Mi A1 has the USB Type-C port, the mouthpiece, the audio jack, and the loudspeaker. The dual camera is on the back, accompanied by a dual-tone flash. The fingerprint scanner is around 2. Display. Xiaomi promises 450 nits of maximum brightness for the Mi A1 screen and a contrast ratio of 1000 to 1. In our display test, we measured a maximum brightness of 550 nits and some pleasantly deep blacks. Overall, the Mi A1 has an excellent contrast ratio of 1570 to 1, way higher than the promised 1000 to 1. The color reproduction is passable, with an average delta of 7 and somewhat punchy colors, especially the blue hues. Battery life. The Xiaomi Mi A1 has a 3,080 mAh battery, which is far from spectacular for a 5.5-inch device. Then again, the energy-efficient Snapdragon 625 helps it achieve some good battery endurance. The Mi A1 supports regular 5V/2A charging, which restores about 30% of a flat battery in 30 minutes. Connectivity. The Xiaomi Mi A1 is a dual SIM phone with LTE connectivity. Its LTE band coverage is far from impressive, but it supports the most common European bands. The SIM slot is a hybrid solution and allows you to replace one of the nano-SIMs with a microSD card. There's also Wi-Fi AC, Bluetooth 4.2 is also available. For positioning, you get GPS, GLONASS and still Beidou. Pure Nougat out of the box. Xiaomi Mi A1 runs on vanilla Android Nougat OS, version 7.1.2. Google has promised at least 2 major updates for the Mi A1 and Oreo should be coming in a couple of weeks. Everything but the camera and IR Blaster is handled by the stock Google Apps Suite, and while this approach may not be appealing to some, it does come with 2 indisputable pros, fast updates and the smooth performance. The Snapdragon 625 chipset we saw on the Redmi Note 4 and Mi 5X also powers the Mi A1. This particular SoC is somewhat a favorite for the mid-range class because of its power efficiency and balanced performance. The S625 packs an octa-core Cortex-A53 processor clocked at 2.0 GHz and Adreno 506 GPU. There are 4 GB of RAM, more than enough for the class. The Xiaomi Mi A1 is well equipped to handle Android and its apps. Sure, the Snapdragon 625 may not be the most powerful mid-range chipset, but it offers very balanced performance and lightweight processing thanks to the efficient 14 nanometers manufacturing process. Everything on the Mi A1 runs very cool even under peak load. You bet the vanilla Android runs buttery smooth and lag-free, and so were the games we tried. 12MP dual camera with wide and telephoto lenses. Xiaomi Mi A1 has the same 12MP dual camera as seen on the Mi 5X and Mi 6. Unlike the Xiaomi's flagship, the setup on the A1 lacks OIS and has slower lenses. The regular wide-angle camera on the A1 has a 12MP sensor with 26mm f/2.2 lens and 1.25 micrometers pixels. Xiaomi has started rolling out the Mi A1 in a number of European countries following the launch in India a month ago. Adding Europe to the traditionally strong Southeast Asia markets, Xiaomi is really getting out there and making a statement. While it still has a long way to go compared to true global players like Huawei, Xiaomi has made the first step and Android One makes all sorts of sense. Now, the Mi A1 is clearly not an entry-level device, the kind Android One was until recently associated with, but is probably the cheapest smartphone with a dual camera. And that's on top of premium build, a reasonably good 5.5-inch screen, sensible hardware and future-proof Android.